Dr. G to the emergency room. Dr. G to the emergency room. Our next story is...
Do I need to button up my shirt again?
Get your lab coat and your stethoscope. No probes, please.
Cough for me.
No, I'm not going to do that. This story came to us from Weed News. It's part of our 420 Health segment. And it is a public service announcement on the dangers of dabbing. Now, we all know dabbing is a plague on society, but we're not talking about that kind of
dabbing. The dance, for sure, is.
Right.
The kids running around the whole house dabbing all the time.
Dab on them haters. Dab on Jake Paul.
Stop doing that! What? I'm dabbing.
Just dab. Just dab away.
Just dabbing all the time. Dabbing all the time. All right. No. We're talking about dabbing cannabis.
Right.
Or
and specifically
cannabis dabbing.
The act of dabbing.
Right.
Not the, I guess, the concentrates themselves, although there is some... concern until regulation gets in place that you don't really know what's in your concentrates. But that's another story we'll get into. This is more about the actual preparation of and, I guess, execution of the dab.
Well, right. And essentially, when you heat something up past a certain point, things change. That's a simple way of putting. When you have 750 degrees or higher, 900 degrees, the chemical composition of whatever is in your dab or glue or resin or butter or whatever you want to call it, your concentrate, turns into a carcinogen. The study's interesting because they're specifically saying benzene is one of the big ones and
right.
a well-known carcinogen, but there's more.
So potentially cancer-causing chemicals are released when the oil is heated above 750, and then benzene, which is a known carcinogen, is emitted when it's over 932. So in preparation for this story, we actually had a conversation with our undisclosed dabbing expert
Nacho Libre
on the channel here. And he was talking to us about because neither of us actually are heavy dabbers, right? I mean,
Nope.
You don't do it on the reg, so
nope.
What he was
I don't have a rig, bro.
What he was kind of telling us was about how
I don't have a rig.
How it's all about. Jeez,
I'm heating up my nail, man. Sorry,
we're not that kind of channel, G. We're not that kind of channel.
I took it way too far. My bad. Stop me sooner next time.
Nothing goes over my head. I would catch it. But really what it's talking about is timing how long you're heating up the bowl. When you're doing group sesh, smoke circle or whatever, and
Sure.
it's passing it around, people are just retorching. It's getting that bowl to the proper temperature. And remember, like a lot of your vaporizers, your volcanoes and stuff like that, like my volcano, 450.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to.
And you're left with that like nice brown toasty.
Sure, nice and toasty.
You
like
roll that into a little cigarette.
Yeah, you don't have to heat it up to 1 billion degrees. It's not a e-cigarette where you're trying to blow out the biggest like smoke cloud. Like
right.
Cannabis is supposed to be a healthy thing to partake in. Like the cannabis lifestyle is not a lifestyle of binge and carcinogens and so on and so forth. Like, you know what I mean? You want to stay away from that. You want to be active. You want to be able to, maintain a lifestyle around it.
You don't want to just melt into the couch.
Yeah, you don't want to go to your doctor one day and he says, "Hey, sorry, kid, you got the black lung." And you're like, "But I never smoked a cigarette in my life." Oh, well,
You've been dabbing straight every day 5 times.
Don't say dab.
Every other hour. Yeah. You know what? Don't say dab. My bad. But yeah, you have concentrates of the concentrated quantities of pesticides and fungicides that could be in the plant. So again, take all that into consideration, and you can see now that dabbing could be an issue for some people, or if it's low quality, or you have unscrupulous growers, things of that nature, and now it's an issue. So this is, I think, going to sort out as time goes by, because
regulations come into play. Testing becomes more.
Everything will have to be tested, and
right.
everything will be clean. If not, it's going to just get burned up.
Right. So you don't necessarily have to worry about that side of it, but in the house, because you're in control of that part of it. Like that's one thing.
Get a thermometer or get a
timer.
Right.
thermometer and a timer, and understand that you're basically conducting a science experiment, and you should treat it as such.
If it's white hot, it's too hot. Okay.
Right. Learn your Kelvin scale.